Well, I can pretty much just put ditto marks as far as our forecast is concerned for the next several days. One day is going to be about the same as the next, maybe a degree or two warmer or cooler with a few clouds around as we head through the day tomorrow. I'm Storm Track 12 meteorologist Les Still here with your Tuesday morning weather quickcast. And as I said, pretty much a carbon copy today of what we saw yesterday. Now, we did have a cool start this morning, but this will be the coolest of the mornings. We'll gradually see sunny and more seasonable temperatures as we head on through the next couple days here. And as we warm things up, we're also going to be tracking out in the Atlantic a new storm potentially, which would be Nadine. That potentially could get upgraded maybe to a tropical depression this morning, more likely not till later on this afternoon or even tomorrow before we would give it a name, as it isn't training a lot of dry air, but we'll take a look at that coming up here in a minute. We are tracking some showers that will be around for this weekend with the cold front coming into the area, but nothing severe that we need to alert you to. Now, as far as the rainfall is concerned, we've had a fairly dry stretch of weather, and I've been getting a lot of questions, especially posted here on Facebook, as to are we above normal, below normal, are we setting any records? No, not really. The month of September, we're only about an inch above normal as far as rainfall is concerned, and for the year, about 2 1/3 inches. Now, keep in mind, though, we did have about a 2 1/3 inch deficit in July, so we've really made up that deficit and even gotten a little bit ahead of schedule as we've gone through the last 6 weeks here, but not setting any records by any means. In fact, a little bit too much rain too quickly for us here in the east. Well, it's chilly this morning. We started off at 50 in Ahoskie, 50 and also in Greenville, 52 in Kenansville. These were the lows this morning. Not record-setting, but still below normal for this time of year. Also did have a couple spots that got up into the 60s as you got closer towards the coast, but compare that to deeper inland spots away from the water where we had temperatures that dropped down into the upper 40s this morning. Sunny, cool, tad bit cooler from yesterday is my Storm Track 12 forecast for you. We'll say 76 to 80 degrees with lots of sunshine around. Could be a little bit of patchy ground fog tonight, just like we had this morning. Those spots that were in the upper 40s this morning could be into the low 50s tomorrow morning. Otherwise, I think the majority of us are mid to upper 50s and holding in the 60s at the beaches. Then through the day tomorrow, sunny, pleasant, very similar to what we saw yesterday. Maybe a few more clouds east of Highway 17, and we're only talking some of those fair weather clouds as some moisture does start to move in off of the ocean. Notice future track as far as temperatures are concerned shows a couple degrees cooler than yesterday, mid to upper 70s for the day today. Overnight tonight, yeah, could be some of those 40s showing up at some of those deeper inland spots with the clear skies and the light wind. As we head through the day tomorrow, we'll warm things back up, upper 70s to low 80s, still running slightly below normal for this time of year, but not a cloud to be tracked in the sky here. Notice the storm track well up into the U.S.-Canadian border, and then the next storm system we're tracking is just now coming through the northern plains. And a lot of this has to do with the way our jet stream has been configured here in eastern Carolina. Notice as we go through later on this afternoon and through the day tomorrow, we get this upper-level ridge that sits up over us. So that's what's going to allow plenty of sunshine and seasonal temperatures. Although there is a little bit of a kink right here, kind of the tail end of a trough. The one that is catching Leslie and kicking it out is going to drop a little piece of shortwave energy over the northern outer banks. So there could be, with a little bit of an easterly wind, a little bit more cloud cover east of Highway 17 as we go through the day tomorrow as this shortwave works its way on through. But after that, the upper level ridge kind of holds tight over us for Thursday, even into Friday before it finally starts to break down and allow this next shortwave and trough to rotate in. Now, it is a cutoff low pressure system, so 9 times out of 10 with these, they tend to transition eastward a little bit slower than most of the models are showing. So they will have a cold front with it, but that's why I'm thinking the front won't really impact us until later in the day on Sunday going into Monday because of that slower forward speed. Again, the forecast models are kind of debating how quickly it comes eastbound here, but definitely it comes in and comes out. It's transient. You'll notice another piece of shortwave energy drops down into Texas, and that will eventually come back our way as we go through the middle to the end of next week. But until then, notice our flow, not out of Canada anymore like we are for the first part of this week. We're actually seeing it come out of the central plains, and that's where some of that warmer temperatures are. So that's what we do expect for us as we head on through next week. Here's how things unfold as far as future track is concerned. Again, we're going to be tracking the high moving off towards our north. A very similar weather pattern as what we saw back almost 11 years ago to the day for 9/11 when the attacks happened. Dry air in place, Light northerly wind yesterday becomes more northeasterly as we go through the day today, and then backs around to an easterly direction as we head through the day tomorrow. You'll notice future track also showing as it goes easterly, some of that moisture starts to come in off of the ocean. So that's why I'm thinking east of Highway 17, maybe some of those fair weather clouds tomorrow afternoon, but not really anticipating any of the rainfall like the model is picking up here. All right, we've got Leslie, probably going to be the last time I talk about Leslie. It is now starting to turn extra tropical as it's getting pretty far up in latitude, and made landfall in Newfoundland late last night, early this morning. They've had worse from nor'easters in the wintertime than they got from Leslie. Next storm, this is potentially Nadine. You'll notice pretty good looking tropical wave with it, some convection, but not really able to wrap around the low level center. It hasn't trained a lot of dry air into it, and just like we've seen this tropical season, that as these systems propagate westward, they've got to shake off this dry air first before they can really start to develop. Onto the far right of your screen over here, I'm sorry, far left of your screen, is the leeward and windward islands. If this does develop, it'll be like Michael. It'll recurve out in the middle of the Atlantic as it gets caught by that trough. So not going to be an impact to any landmass except maybe the Azores or the British Islands early next week. Golden ice remains on the forecast. We'll see temperatures moderate a little bit over the next couple days, getting back to near average with plenty of sunshine around. Again, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, the timing of that front coming into the area here, right now I'm thinking it'll be a little bit later on in the weekend. So as a result, maybe showers late in the afternoon hours on Sunday into Monday, which is going to be key because we do have the powerboat races taking place in Morehead City this weekend. And at least the way it looks like right now, the surf and the water should be relatively calm. I'm Storm Track 12 meteorologist Les Still.